On this episode, I am going to continue busting house buying myths coming up. Welcome, I'm your host, Steve Pinake, Realtor and host of the Steve Talks Real Estate Show, where we bring you value, content, and tips on all things real estate and housing related. So on this episode, it's October. Can you believe it's October? This year's flying by. We're in the last quarter of 2016. Therefore, today is when we start getting ready to buy a house in 2017, if those are your goals and plans. So we are going to continue busting house buying myths since our last episode got a ton of traction, ton of responses, and I got more questions. So I am here to bring you the facts. Myth number one, your down payment is the only expense you incur when buying a house. That is far from the truth. If you go watch episode number 32, 33, I talk about the expenses buyers incur when buying a house. There's a down payment, closing costs, appraisal fees, inspection fees. There are many fees along the buying process that you as the buyer will encounter. So even though you are using a down payment assistance program, it is what it is, a down payment assistance program, which means you still have the closing costs, you have the appraisal, you have the inspection and other fees you might incur. It's very important that your real estate agent is walking you through the scenarios and the outcomes you will encounter that'll cost you out of pocket when you're buying your house. Myth number two, a mortgage payment costs more than renting a house or apartment. That is one of the biggest misconceptions out there in regards to a mortgage payment. As a matter of fact, study after study shows us that a mortgage payment, in fact, is a lot less than paying rent. Take this for example. I recently sold a house to a young family. They were paying $1,200 just for their rent, not including their electricity bill, their internet bill, and so on. Their mortgage payment they are going to be paying now is $1,200 as well. What's the difference? Paying your own mortgage is going towards real estate you own. It's going towards your future. You're actually paying down something that will eventually belong to you. Whereas if you're paying rent, you're paying someone else's mortgage and you're paying something down that won't be yours tomorrow. At the end of the day, it's always cheaper to pay your own mortgage than pay rent for years and years. As a matter of fact, I challenge you, if you're paying rent today, go back and see how much you've paid just this year from January to October. And that might encourage you to start working on your credit, get your financials in order so that in 2017, you can begin paying something that belongs to you. Myth number three, it doesn't matter what realtor or lender I use. You're not buying something that is small. You're buying a house that is costing you hundreds of thousands of dollars. Therefore, you want to make sure that you are using a real estate agent that you can trust, a real estate agent that is working for you, that is looking out for what's best for you, that is willing to give you hard answers, that is willing to give you wisdom in situations where it could become complicated. You want a real estate agent that you see eye to eye, that is not afraid to tell you the hard things, but that is working for you wholeheartedly. Someone that'll answer their phone, answer the text messages, answer the emails, someone that works the way you want he or she to work on your behalf. Same thing with lenders. Look at this. It could be that a lender is offering you the lowest interest rate out there, but it doesn't necessarily mean it's the best thing for you to do. As a matter of fact, sometimes paying a little bit more is actually worth the service you're about to get, especially when it comes to loans. You want someone that you can trust, someone that is going to be able to walk you from A to B without you ever having a doubt that they're working on your behalf. Remember, buying a house is one of the most important things you will do, whether as an individual or with a family. So it's important you are working with professionals that are working for you. Well, that wraps up episode number 43 of the Steve Talks. Is it 43? Yes, 43 of the Steve Talks Real Estate Show. I'm so excited. We keep bringing you the best in real estate. Keep sending in your questions, and I will do my best to keep answering them. We're in the third quarter. Start making your goals, your plans, your wishes. Start getting things in order and lining them up to buy your house in 2017. We'll see you next time.